Hello, everyone in third and fourth grade. Um, I am going to make a really short video this week. And for computer class this week, it's going to be a little bit of a catch up and do extra practice type of week. Um, and there's a reason for that I'll explain very quickly. I had a plan of how things were going to go, what we were going to do. And I'll show you very quickly that there is a website called Scratch. It's not scratch.com. If you typed in scratch.com, it would take you somewhere totally different. But there is a website, and its main name is Scratch. And it's a really great website where I use it, and many, many millions of people around the world do, to learn and practice creating actual programs, apps, cartoons, games, and things on the computer using coding and something called block coding. Now, for third and fourth grade, we've never really used Scratch before. And I'll tell you that in third and fourth grade, Scratch could be a little overwhelming, a little difficult to make like a really big, complicated thing. So we are just going to take a few weeks to learn some really, really simple, basic things about Scratch that you can do. You can see, how it works and what happens. And then when we get to middle school, we make like a complete game or a complete program or a complete app. Now, I mention this because this was my plan. And then I thought, oh, next week is the day before Christmas Eve, so it probably won't be the best day to work on something a little bit complicated like Scratch, which would mean that today, for today's class, is the only day that we would do it before our break. And then when we come back for our break, we won't have done it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I just feel like that's not going to work the best. So, this website is really cool. And the week that we get back, that we have class after Christmas break, we will be taking a look at this site. So this is a little preview of what's to come. Next week, the day before Christmas break or the day before Christmas Eve, I'm trying to put together a few fun things and make it just kind of a fun day, interesting day for computer class. So that leaves today. We don't really want to start anything brand new, but I do want you guys to have some things to do, to have computer class, just like if we were in school and you came to my room, we would have things that you could do. So let me mention a few. I have a list right here of what we can do for today. These websites, typing.com, Raz Kids, Extra Math, those are sites that are always there for us to practice on. And you guys know from computer class in previous years, while we don't do these every single week, every once in a while we do go on these sites and we do extra practice, right? So if you haven't been on typing.com, that's probably the main one for my class that I'm concerned with. Really, you should do this like once a week, or even more if you have time, where you're doing it 2 or 3 times a week if you have a chance and if you can. So today would be a great day for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you're comfortable with, going on typing.com, doing a little practice, doing a little work on there. And then also Raz Kids and Extra Math, which we talked about in previous years and at the beginning of this year, that you guys should know how to do. Now, I know it's not brand new. It's a little bit of a repeat, but we talked for the last in the last week or so about code.org and its main page, or code.org going into your accounts that you got the little login cards for. And it's not something that, oh, you just do one time and then it's all done or there's nothing else to do. You could spend hours and hours and hours on code.org with all of the different things that they have available on both the main page and the accounts page. So you could take a little bit of time, whatever you have available, and you can go in and you can work in code.org, and if you like to do more of that dance party coding or the Minecraft coding that's on the main page, if you wanted to use your account more and go through the different lessons there, that's wonderful. And you could take some time to do both of those. And last but not least, if you wanted to, just have a little creative fun time in Wixie. And we went through for a couple weeks how to sign in, how to use Wixie. There are tons of holiday themed things there with Christmas and other holidays, and you could create something all on your own, create a story, create a poster, create a scene, whatever you would like, and have a little fun in Wixie. And just as a side note about that, I did mention to classroom teachers, so like Mrs. Mottershead, Mrs. Ritchie, Mrs. Farrell, that they could possibly use Wixie with you guys if they wanted to have something that connects to class, whether it be from reading, from math, from writing, something like that. But that's a side note. So those are just some things, and if you did a little bit of each, you would have more than enough time, more time than we even have, for computer class for today. Next week, like I said, I'm going to put together a few fun things for you guys, and then we are going to continue and look at that website Scratch when we get back in 2021. All right, if you had any problems, questions, confusion, or anything, you could send me an email. You could message me in Google Classroom, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Maybe we'll see some snow between today and tomorrow. Maybe have a little virtual snowball fight or virtual sledding, but I hope everybody stays nice and warm and safe and happy. All right, guys, take care, and I will talk to you next week.